It only takes a couple of seconds to AI redesign characters, and for some reason, this very simple task upsets a lot of individuals. On social media, when you take a character that looks like a 2 or a 3 and you turn them into a 9 or a 10, man oh man, does that really grind the activists' gears? And that is happening yet again, this time with Aloy, and even the Minecraft creator Notch is giving his 2 cents on the topic. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. So all of this started because Smash JT had posted, I asked ChatGPT to make her beautiful. He's been doing this over the past couple of weeks with several characters, like Commander Thera from Doom the Dark Ages, like Lara Croft, even Atsu from Ghost of Yote, and this time he chose Aloy, which definitely is a character that a lot of people liked her first design of, but then they aged her up a little bit, they made her kind of chubbier. They just, in general, tried to do away with her original design, and people were simply upset when the sequel came out with some of the decisions they made, but all he decided to do was post a 2-second redesign that gives her larger breasts, shows some cleavage, makes her face a little prettier, gives her slightly longer, more feminine looking hair, and well, this has upset quite a few individuals, which isn't shocking. It always does, it always will. For people that say, oh my gosh, we should be allowed to make choices in life, they sure as hell don't like when people they don't like make choices. And Michael G here said sexualizing a female character in a video game does not make her beautiful. We don't have to sexualize everything for it to be successful. How many times have you seen character designs in titles like Concord or Flintlock the Siege of Dawn or Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League do well? When have those designs ever been praised? When have those designs ever sold copies of games? When have those designs ever resonated with players? That's right, they don't, because the few individuals on social media that complain and complain and complain until they get their way, they don't actually play video games. So when studios uglify characters, they're doing it just to push away the audience they already have. And Notch, the creator of Minecraft, simply said, yes, it does. And Elon Musk put a fire emoji and a laughing emoji. And guess what this guy did in response? He locked down his account. It says that these posts are now protected, which isn't really shocking. When you get ratioed by Notch, when you get ratioed by Elon Musk, you must feel pretty freaking embarrassed, and rightfully so. But he's not the only person that has flipped out over this. Certainly not the first, certainly not the last. And there are a lot of gamers who are praising this. And it's so great to see the divide, because that means that there are gamers who are not taking the AAA industry's BS anymore. People speaking up for their favorite characters, people speaking up for the industry. And yes, I do agree that giving a character cleavage doesn't make them a better character overall, but I do think it enhances a character when you highlight their beauty, and also when you highlight femininity. As a woman myself, I am sick and tired of seeing female characters be watered down to appeal to a modern audience, put women in dresses, put them in traditional gender roles, make them healers in fantasy games, have them cooking, have them making potions, have the men be barbarians, have the men going around swinging axes and swords, have them in the armor. It's fine to have these things in video games, because guess what? It's not actually offensive. And if you're offended by having a woman in a dress, having her show that she's got breasts, having her looking pretty, you're part of the problem. And yes, I don't think that she needs all this makeup and to be a absolute bombshell 10 out of 10, but the image on the left could have been altered and made prettier in quite a few different ways. Scrolling through the quote tweets, that's really where the toxicity comes into play. Do you buy games to play them or to whack off to, my guy? Why is it so bad that people want to look at pretty characters in their video games? Why is it that we are supposed to feel bad for wanting to see cool looking characters in our games? Male feminists are truly some of the most insufferable people on the internet. Now show us how turning her into a blow up doll with AI and pre rendered cutscenes actually improves the gameplay. It's not that it improves the gameplay massively or anything, but style is an important part to game development and design. You can market pretty characters, you can show them off, you can be proud of them. And why is it that you guys are so intent on uglifying every female character? That's right, because you're ugly yourselves. These people are narcissists. And unless they can physically see themselves in a game, whether it's their skin color or hair color or height or disability or whatever it may be, then they claim connect with a character. Why can't you connect on a deeper emotional level? Is it just because you actually have mental issues, or is it because you're simply just a raging narcissist? Let's think about that for a second. Why do guys only want to play games with female protagonists if they can beat their meat to them? Why is it that you only want to see ugly characters in video games? It's like you're trying to defeminize females, and really it's just pathetic that you are so upset by fictional characters that you are going out of your way to attack someone for criticizing. One, it's fine if you like the Concord designs, it's fine if you like the Flintlock designs, it's fine if you like modern audience slop, but it should also be fine that other people do not like certain character models. And clearly, judging by what most of the real gamers are saying here, people are fed up with slop. And I think that these activists need to take a step back and realize that all they are doing with their demands is hurting the video game industry, because they are saying you need to make content worse, which is never going to help video games grow, never going to help entertainment grow, and it just makes them look super pathetic. And if you watch my content regularly, you would have already known that I've made several videos like this. I've talked about some of these AI redesigns upsetting a lot of people, and I will continue to do so. I love pointing out how unhinged they really are. They say they're the tolerant left. They say that they are the ones who are inclusive and welcoming, until it boils down to opinion of thought and difference in ideals. And then they freak out and say, no, you're just a porn brain rotted addict and you're a terrible person. And this is just what Marxists do. If you are not with them, you are against them and you are evil. And if you, I guess, take a female video game character and redesign her in AI for 30 seconds, you are a fascist, a bigot, chud. And well, I'm just going to point and laugh at you if you call me that, because it shows how unhinged you really are. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.